Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Bristol City Football Club Vodcast that we like to call the Robin's Nest. Hello, it's Downsy here. Thank you very much for all of your comments from episode 1, by the way. We've tried to take as many of them on board as possible, and throughout the course of episode 2, of course, we'd like your comments too. You'll see the comment box below, and of course, you can use the hashtag Robin's Nest on Twitter as well. Now then, I have to say that the first episode was such a great success, not only because of the fantastic special guest, but of course the co-host as well. And episode 2 wouldn't be complete without the man, the legend that is Bristol City kitman, Mr. Scott Murray, who joins us in the studio again.
How you doing, Downsy? You doing all right? How are you?
Yes, no, I'm very good. Now, after episode 1, of course, your profile just went sort of through the roof, and you've had quite a lot of other presenting gig offers, haven't you? Who's been in touch?
Good morning, Britain.
Good morning, Britain. Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, yeah, we've got to get rid of him. There's quite a few soccer AM. Tim Lovejoy.
Oh, really?
I know he left 20 years ago, but they want me to front that with Jimmy Bullard, so I think, but I've got a funny feeling this could be the last episode we do tonight.
Really?
With this character here.
Oh dear. Let's meet our special guests. It's club captain Bailey Wright and Jamie Paterson. Yes! Very good. Welcome both to our third and fourth visitors, respectively, into the Robin's Nest. Do you like what we've done with the place?
Yeah, it's impressive, yeah.
Done a good job, best I've seen it.
Where do you normally sit, you guys?
I'm just here, next to the Iron Brew can there.
Over yonder?
On that one.
So you're closer to home?
Yeah, I'm usually there, yeah.
Do you ever leave any sort of like notes or anything for the rugby guys for when they come in?
They're a bit scary, so I don't want to mess with them, do you?
Well, there's maybe an idea for you. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. If you want to get in contact with these guys, we do have 10 minutes at the end of the vodcast for questions, if you fancy it. All you need to do is pop the questions in the box below or do the hashtag on Twitter, which of course is hashtag Robin's Nest. So ask the guys anything you'd like, please, and we'll put those questions to them a little bit later on. Now then, of course, we do need some beverages, don't we, as ever?
I notice you have got your waters again.
Well, these are professional sports people. I'm just trying to look good. But you haven't got a drink?
Well,
Scotty,
actually,
yet.
I've got somebody to help me tonight.
Okay.
I've got Flinty's old book to
there
keep it nice and cold. It's a bit of one, yeah, it's decent, yeah. So I've got my little can iron brew. What are you looking at, Patterson? Looking at there we go, crack that open, leave that there.
So you want to breath out, man?
He's on with his iron brew.
He's on straight vodka.
Everything in the Robin's Nest. We've got our special guests, we've got Scotty Murray, and we've got the iron brew on now. Don't forget, like and share if you can. Make sure that as many Red fans are, of course, watching the Robin's Nest. Now then, let's get on to some chat. And first of all, let me tell you, these are some fantastic facts. Unbeaten in the last 13 fixtures in all competitions, 7 wins on the bounce, and currently 6th, of course, in the league, in the Championship, and of course, that home tie against Wolves in the last 16 of the Emirates FA Cup. It's actually been 73 days and 20 games now since Bristol City or Bristol City women tasted defeat. So from a player's perspective, Pato, that must be a lovely place to be in.
Yeah, it's been a good run. Obviously, we haven't lost for a while now. We've climbed up the table, and yeah, it's going well so far.
Bailey, the sort of, because you are collectively responsible as club captain for all of these boys, the buoyancy of the camp must be great at the moment.
Yeah, I think throughout the season we've always had a good atmosphere around the place, even through the times when we didn't really get the results that maybe we deserved. And the run we're on now is credit to everyone involved. And along with a run like that comes a good atmosphere and a real buzz about training every day. So we're just looking forward to every game we come into, because everything behind us, the run we've been on is brilliant, but it only matters if we keep building on what we've done. So, it's been good, but we just need to keep doing it now.
Pato, does the pressure keep building? Because, of course, they are fantastic stats and nobody wants it to go the other way. Do you feel more pressure than as a player?
It's a tough one, really. Obviously last season we were higher up the table in this part of the season, and we're sort of just floating in and around the playoffs at the minute, which is not a bad position to be in, really. Obviously, we've been on a good run. The pressure does mount with the fans. They expect a lot more. They continue the run as long as possible, and obviously opposition teams then take you a lot more serious, and you know it does become a bit difficult. But yeah, we were always working hard, and we're trying to carry that run on as long as possible.
For lots of this season so far, Bells, you've of course had that injury. How was it having to sit on the sidelines and watch the boys out there?
It's frustrating. I actually find it harder to watch your team play when you're not involved at all. You're like, I got pretty nervous watching us play just because there's nothing you can do. You sort of feel helpless, but that's all part of being injured. You know, it was a long time out and it was frustrating, but I had good people around us that, you know, helped me through it, and now I'm back fit. I'm just enjoying being back out there and out of that gym and not on the ropes every day. Injured boys will tell you it's hard work, but you know, it's got to be done to get back out on the pitch.
How good did it feel on New Year's Day at Stoke City when you came running out?
Yeah, well, I was warming up for about 20 minutes, waiting to see what was happening on Webby. But yeah, obviously couldn't stop the bleeding, and you know, fortunately for me, that was my way back into the team and back out on that pitch. And you know, for me, the best thing about it was getting the win and the clean sheet away at Stoke, which is a tough place to go. But a relief for myself to know that my body could cope through it and be back out there and get back enjoying football.
Pato, how good was it to see him back?
Not very good, really.
Captain.
To be honest, he came into that game and he was unbelievable. He actually made a big difference in that game, but no, he did very well, and yeah, it was a good victory at the time as well. It's a tough place to go, and yeah, every time he comes back into the team and when he starts, he's always Mr. Reliable, and that's what captain's all about.
What are these two really like, Scotty? Give us some Pato and Bale secrets.
Pato, complete weirdo. To be fair, he's one of the funniest guys about the place.
Okay.
I think he is a joy to work with. Brilliant. I'm just saying that because he's there. And Skip is a model pro. I think any time I want to message, you are. He's a skipper, isn't he?
Okay.
So what I'm saying, if I need anything off the lad, I think I'll message a Skip and he'll put it in the group chat.
Okay.
If I don't want anything, I'll stay away from Pato. And the amount of times I've helped him out, it's scary, really. So once he starts coming for me, I'll start feeding some stuff out. It's fine.
I've done a little bit of research on you guys too. I'll tell you one thing for certain that's going to happen tonight is that Pato and Scotty Murray are going to have a fight. Since rehearsals earlier on,
Who wants to
it's
say
been
that?
building.
Come on, I don't want to say that.
Building up.
Right, straight like there you go.
We may need some sort of form of security. So watch out for that as it comes on. Bales, of course, you've got more cold English Christmases to come because, of course, we've done the contract extension. You're here till 2020. So how are you going to cope with all of that?
I know, yeah. It's delighted to get, hopefully I'll be here longer than a year. I love it here, and to have that year extension was good news for myself, and hopefully can keep building on how it's been for me here and what we're doing.
You are, of course, from Australia, from Melbourne.
Yeah.
Can you confirm or deny that one of the football teams you played for growing up was called Dandy Dong Thunder?
Dandy Dong.
Fine and dandy.
Dong.
Dandy Nong.
Dandy Nong.
Dandy Nong Thunder, yes, it was a team I played for, yeah.
I can't read my own writing.
We need an A-League team, so...
Dandy Dong.
Dandy Dong, I'll take Dandy Dong.
Dandy Dong. Were they any good?
We were good, yeah.
Wasn't the
I was only like...
Celtic, was it? No. Not that club, is it? No.
No, not that one.
Didn't you play for Peterborough SFC?
Yeah, they need Dandy Dong.
I've also done some research on middle names, Colin.
Yeah.
And that's not too bad, is it? Colin's all right.
Yeah, I'll take Colin. I know there's a lot worse out there.
Bailey Colin Wright and Scott George Murray.
Scott George, after my granddad.
That's all right, isn't it?
He's named after Neil Warnock, Colin.
Adam Webster,
then I'm
Colin.
after my granddad. I can't wait to see what's
Colin
it.
Webster.
So, Pato, go on.
Yeah, I've got a few.
You're in good.
I got Charles, who was my great granddad, I think. Never met him. Charles Stewart, that's my dad's name, yeah.
Yeah.
And Robert, I don't know who Robert is.
Really?
Robert.
I don't know who Robert is, no. He's in there, but I don't know who Robert is.
So,
Bob.
Could be anyone.
so full. Give us your full name.
Jamie Charles Stewart Pugh Robert Patterson.
There we go. There we go. Beats my Clayton hands down. Thanks very much.
Right, Clayton.
Clayton for me.
You kept that quiet, have you?
It was my grandfather's mother's name.
Your grandfather's mother's name.
Mother's maiden name.
There you go. Perfect.
Pato, it's been a wonderful season for you. 3 goals all away from home, and sort of being away, and away days is our kind of theme tonight as well. 28 appearances. How are you enjoying life in BS3?
Yeah, obviously it's been a successful season for the team. I'd love to have chipped in with a few more goals, but yeah, I haven't scored a home goal, which is what I need to do, to be honest. But no, I scored. All my goals have came away. I know what an away day is like as going as a youngster as a Coventry fan, so it's always a good laugh. He's from Western, so we can laugh. But no, yeah, it's
Coventry, actually.
when Highfield Road.
Coventry, no,
Highfield Road?
it's a new one called Rico. I scored there, knocked him out the FA Cup. See you later, lads.
What year was that?
2-0. Mickey Adams, next day, sacked.
It was still in black and white.
I was probably there, to be fair.
I scored, yeah.
Shall we then, Pato, relive those moments of glory for our away goals? Let's take a look at Pato's 3 goals. Come on, let's have a look. Go then, some cracking goals there. Do you have a favourite out of those?
Probably the Ipswich one, to be honest, because it was such a, we'd been on a bad run before that. I think they went 2-1 up, and it was quite late on in the game, and it was a big game at the time, and we scored straight from kickoff. That was that goal, and then we went on to win 3-2, and then I think that started off our run. So that was quite a big goal. So it was probably my favourite this season.
Good stuff. Hopefully there's many more to come as well. Now then, if you want to come and support your club, it's not too late to become a Forever Bristol member in Bristol, which will give you an advantage of £15 tickets in the Dolman for our upcoming league fixtures with QPR and Birmingham City. It's bcfc.co.uk for all of the full details there, and you can become a Forever Bristol member. You are watching The Robin's Nest. Hello, it's Downsy here with Scotty Murray, with Bailey Wright and Jamie Paterson. It is episode number 2 of our Vodcast, and we'd love you to get involved, like and share. If you've got any questions for the boys, all 3 of them, please do comment below and like and share as much as you can. If you're on Twitter, you can use the hashtag Robin's Nest, and we'll be getting your questions to the boys just a little bit later on. Now, our main theme of the show, chaps, is away days today. We're going to concentrate on that. In fact, last time you said you prefer away games to home games. Is that because you've got less to do?
No. I prefer home games to away games.
That's right. That's what it says on the script. He prefers home games.
I prefer home games, FA Cup, because it means I don't have to drive.
Right.
So it's perfect. It's a bit nice and easy. If I forget anything, everything's here. So away games are a bit more
more tense.
Yeah.
You have to go to the offie just in case. No iron brew.
No, that's plenty.
Plenty of that. So, chaps, Bales, for you, home or away? Any particular favourite?
Yeah, it's got to be home.
Yeah.
Away games are good, and it's nice to get away, but sometimes it's nice, playing in front of your home crowd, and it doesn't really get better than that sometimes.
I guess it's familiar surroundings as well, Pato, that you like to be in.
Yeah, it's I suppose you like going playing at different grounds as well, and it is good to see a packed away end behind the goal, and they always seem a lot more vocal as a squash together, and I do like an away game actually, but obviously it's definitely better to play.
It's only time he scores goals when we play away.
Yeah, of course. No wonder he likes away games.
Perfect, isn't it?
You always talk about your away trip to Ninian Park.
I don't. Everybody else does.
Everyone else does. It was a special moment. Should we relive? It was Everton Iron Brew there. Is that allowed?
Get it in your paw.
Should we have a look?
It's in black and white though.
Let's have a look at this special Scotty Murray moment. We all know it.
You brush your teeth.
He can spread it to Scott Murray. He's got the pace to really threaten. and to score the equalising goal. 7th goal of the season for Scott Murray. Wide once again to the danger man Scott Murray. So much coming from him. He scored again. 2 goals in as many minutes for Scott Murray. Bristol City claim a dramatic lead. This time that has to go down to a defensive error by goalkeeper Neil Alexander.
I don't know. Could people hear what we were saying during that or not, Nick?
Good.
No?
Just as well, really.
I tell you what, the excitement of Scotty Murray commentate. If you ever catch Scotty quietly, get him to commentate through those moments.
I caught about 15 quid that day to see the end, yeah. All that money they were chucking at me.
What sort of came into your head? Why the tapping of the head? Why the ear?
Well, what it was, right, I'm not getting stitched up. We were stood in the tunnel before the game, and there was a Cardiff player that used to play for Bristol City. His dad's name's Joe Jordan. You probably know him, Andrew Jordan. He said to me before the game, Scott, if you score, you got to tap your head. It's the Ayatollah. I didn't know nothing about it.
Right.
So I didn't realise it was like if an opposing player does it, it's like the biggest
thing.
Yeah, Mickey take that you can do. So I've done it twice, mate. So there you go.
So you knew about it.
So yeah, I tapped my head the first time in front of all the Cardiff
For
fans.
what fans?
And then the second time I scored, I decided to tap my head and run all the way down the naughty head, and I mean, and just, I was like, I was getting gooch there, catching all the money.
Chaps, have there been any particular celebrations that you've enjoyed on those away days, particularly, winding up the home crowd there?
I never really score, so I never really celebrate. But I can't think of celebrations with the team.
You did score once. Preston, Warsaw.
Oh, back in the day, yeah, we used to battle it out.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah,
Bato, some celebrations to wind up the opposition?
I can't really. I've run to an empty stand and just Warsaw. There used to be like an empty stand and you just celebrate to that. That's about it really. I don't score very often.
What about celebrations in general? How do you come up with them? Is it something that you plan? Do you huddle around, working out what you're going to do?
I've done a couple of Call of Duty ones, like pretending to be on the floor and that with a gun, like sort of Call of Duty. But that's about it really. I'm not really big on.
There was a few planned ones last season. I don't think we've had as many planned ones this season.
I don't think we really.
Josh always loved a little planned one, didn't he?
Yeah, Josh is a bit
Cal
like that.
Flinty always had them planned.
Yeah, Flinty chokeslammed Callum once, which was a good laugh.
Yeah.
Weren't it? That was
Fam tried to do one, but he wanted to get one of these ones with no one with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was probably one Stoke fans probably didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, he did it to the Stoke fans.
Just to the Stoke fans with none of the boys. So, fair enough.
Is it nice sort of going to places that you've not been to before? If you visit a new ground, do you tick them off the list?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice.
So, yeah.
It's even better experience when you win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone in there hates you, but your fans there. All
Yeah,
buzzing.
sometimes you have a bad ground as well that you go to and you haven't won at at all in your whole
Any in
career.
particular for you? Where do you not like going?
Where do you not like going?
I would say I've had some tough times at Brentford.
Yeah. I don't
Brentford away's
enjoy
a tough
Brentford.
one. It's really
The
on top
toilet.
there.
Bedroom's tiny
The
as well.
toilet's like, so say you're
There's a toilet.
on the toilet, the seats sort of there, like there's no door, the door's out hanging out, so everyone's watching you basically. So that's not a great
That
one.
is a tough one. Yeah, that is cosy, isn't it?
Yeah, there's this. Yeah, it's
And do you often find, because did they on purpose make away changing rooms actually not that nice? Is it is that kind of a mental thing as well?
I know managers have done it
Yeah.
before.
Really?
You've experienced
I've played
it.
against a manager that Bailey had once, and there was like
Holes in the door and stuff, and then
the water didn't work, the hot water didn't work.
Really?
There was still
Toilet
like
seats
piles
missing.
of like tape and mud in the corner, from like the game before and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is a good laugh.
And then I think you.
but we won 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. So it didn't really work.
Nah. So I think
Not a great idea, that one.
But I don't think it happens as much anymore than probably in Scotty's day in like 1930s or something like that.
Was it like that in the 1930s? Was it like that in your day?
They were just saying that. Brentford one's exactly the same as it was when I played. So I think we've got to put all the stuff into the big bath that gets used as storage. And I think QPR's another one that's small, and Rotherham's like.
QPR's different now, don't it?
Yeah, I think the one at Rotherham, it's like you're in a swimming pool. Well, like individual lockers, like you're at the swimming bath. So I think there is some bad ones, to be fair. And you just try and get out of it as quick as possible and get outside and get warmed up, I think.
And what about favourite away grounds that you've been to?
Wembley.
For what, in terms of what, like atmosphere or?
Newcastle.
Surroundings, feeling comfortable there.
St James Park. Is it still called St James Park?
Yeah.
Changed its name for a little bit, didn't it? Sports Direct, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Newcastle, that was
Yeah, I
a
didn't
tough
play.
place to go in that some stadium and atmosphere there.
Pato?
I'd say the best stadium probably was Etihad.
Right, of
But
course.
the atmosphere of the away fans, but the home fans weren't great.
Yeah,
The away fans were unbelievable. So that was an experience that, I think there was how many thousand? 9,000, 10,000 away fans. So that's got to be up there with one of the best, really. But in terms of like stadiums and atmospheres, I can't really think off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
Birmingham always get a little bit of an atmosphere, didn't they? To be fair. It was quite volatile there.
Yeah. That was Man City away was my first ever Bristol City away day.
Oh, really?
And I have to say, it was a cracking atmosphere.
Yeah, they're not all like that. They're not all like 10,000. They're not all that many.
Not bad, that one, to be fair. Good one to pick.
Now then, our roving reporter Toby Osborne was out and about during the Swansea game, and he was chatting to the fans, that's you, about their favourite away days too. Let's take a look.
My favourite away day is probably QPR. It's a nice part of London and it's a real quaint old ground.
It's Coventry in the FA Cup a few years back. We were having a good run in the league and we continued it at Coventry and it was rocking all the way back. It was brilliant away day.
My favourite away day was the playoff semi-final against Crystal Palace when we got through against Hull and lost. The atmosphere was absolutely wonderful. It was just a really good day out that I'll never forget.
Away at Ipswich. It was obviously a night match, rained all the way up there, we got stuck in tons of traffic. We got there about 10 minutes before the game, but there's only about 250 of us up there, but it was a fantastic atmosphere even though there was only a few of us there, and we came away winning, so it made the journey home all that better.
The Etihad away, close defeat, because I'm a bit of a Man United fan, so it was a close one for me.
My favourite away game is Newcastle.
Swindon Town. It was going back, I think, in the 80s, and Swindon had given up their town end for the away fans, so we were in the sort of shed end, and Junior Bent broke away like late in the game, as I remember it, and he always used to miss, so I was expecting him to shoot it over the bar, but he took it from about 40 yards, rounded the keeper, back of the net, 1-0 away in Swindon, can't beat him.
It's Craven Cottage, Fulham, 2 years ago. When Lee Tomlin scored, there was over 4,500 there, and the place rocked.
So Swansea City away this year, was pretty good.
2 seasons ago at Brighton and Hove Albion, when they were going to be crowned champions, and we went down and beat them 1-0, and they had to push the trophy back.
It's Brentford at Griffin Park, so my mate's a Brentford fan, and it's lovely to have a bit of stick it in whenever we have the game.
Hello, welcome back. There was no count in my ear for that one. Welcome back to the Robin's Nest. It's Downsy here with Scott Murray and Bailey Wright and Jamie Paterson. So we've heard from Joe Joyce, the Bristol Bears rugby player, who is obviously a massive Bristol City fan, and he says that it was bad, both of your goals, bad goalkeeping, and they were a fluke. What would you like to say to Joe Joyce right now?
Wow. Listen, Joycey, next time I see you down here, we'll sort that out man to man, yeah?
He's huge.
I think I'm quicker than he is still.
You got a good chance
I think
now.
Joycey, mate, we'll sort that race out.
Just quickly before we move on, talk me through initiations, because away games are the times for initiation. So Casey Palmer, for example, has just had his initiation. Talk us through what happened.
Yeah, it's pretty standard routine. It's normally every away trip when we're all having dinner. Got to get up on the table, lads start tapping on the glass. You're normally the first one to probably start it off. Get him up on his seat. I can't remember what he sung. It wasn't great, was he, Case?
It was a rap, wasn't it?
Let Me Love You, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit...
Got a few of the words, didn't he?
Yeah. He had a go, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was pretty good, actually.
What was yours, Pato? What did you sing?
Go on there, mate. I can't remember what I sung.
Bales, you remember?
I can't even remember mine. I remember it.
I Believe I Can Fly was my one.
Right, here we go. Straight into whichever that camera. I Believe I Can Fly. Your rendition, go.
Are we serious, yeah?
Yeah, do it. Straight. Here we go.
I believe I can fly. Which camera?
That one.
I believe I can touch the sky. I believe in every night and day. Until I blew my pubes away.
Yes! Round of applause, everybody. Jamie Paterson does R. Kelly. Very good. Right, well, let's give them Let's give them a moment to compose themselves while I tell you about becoming a Forever Bristol member once again. Don't forget, it is not too late to become a Forever Bristol member, which will give you discounted tickets for QPR and Birmingham, and will give you ticket priority for home and away tickets for the rest of the season at bcfc.co.uk. If you want to go there for the details, we'd love you to join up and become a member. You are watching the Robin's Nest. It's episode 2. It's Downsy with Scotty Murray with Bailey Wright and Jamie Paterson. Please like and share if you like it. We are live right now, unless you're watching it on catch-up, in which case, don't send any questions. If you are watching live, we've got 10 minutes at the end to put any questions you've got for the boys. So whack them in the comments box below or hashtag Robin's Nest. We'd love to hear from you. Keep liking and sharing. Now, Oscars coming up very soon, chaps. It's the Oscar Awards. So what we thought we'd do is give you a potential chance to award some Oscars to your fellow teammates. So what I'm going to do is give you a potential category. Scotty, you can join in on this as well. And I want you to name which team member you'd give for this. So first of all, most selfies. Who would get the award for most selfies, Bales?
He's always on his phone, isn't he? Josh Brownhill, he loves it.
Brownie?
It's got to be Brownie.
Most selfies for Brownie. Biggest moaner? Who's the biggest moaner, Scotty?
Brownie.
There's a couple. Brownie a little bit. Hunty a little moan.
Flinty.
Flinty?
Pato.
Flinty's still the biggest moaner.
Pato a bit moany?
Yeah, a little
bit.
bit.
Moany, Pato?
A bit moody in the morning.
Are you? What helps that?
I don't really know. If I have
You're a coffee
I'm
man?
just not a very morning person.
No?
Yeah, people just sort of, I'm just not very happy in the morning, am I?
Just keep away from your...
If I have a coffee, I'm bright, but I don't really like coffee.
It's good advice.
No one's
If you ever
really
see Pato in the morning.
That's good.
Get my coffee.
Yeah.
Who is the toughest? Who's the hardest? Who thinks that they're the big man?
I know someone will love it. Thomas Callis will love it.
He is a machine, by the way.
I must break you.
Really?
He is a
If
machine.
he die, he die.
Who always falls asleep the first on a bus away
Smith.
Corey Smith.
Corey
yeah.
Smith.
Corey Smith, straight
Falls
up.
asleep everywhere, yeah.
Loves a nap.
I love a sleep.
Yeah, you're up there.
Really? You're a sleeper?
Yeah. Bobby Reed was the same. He slept all everywhere. Yeah.
You can't sleep. You have to. Did you have to drive or not?
I drive up. I can't fall asleep in a wheel or I'm in trouble.
No, that is true.
I'm in all sorts of trouble then. I have nearly nodded off a couple of times.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to do like mega trips as well, don't you?
Yeah, to be fair, I don't mind them, to be fair.
You're right.
It's all right.
Who has got the weirdest personality, Bales?
Oh, there's a couple. Can we name a few?
Callum O'Dowda.
Callum O'Dowda.
He's hilarious.
Josh Brownhill. Jamie Patterson.
Hold on a sec. So why is Callum O'Dowda weird? Why is
he would have acted so normal on here.
By himself. By himself.
Completely normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
Put him on a table with Josh, Pato, and Tails.
How does this
It's a
embody
different
itself? I've heard about this.
He's so
It's
good
like
at hiding
Anti-Deck,
it.
innit?
He's just so good at hiding it.
Right.
But if you're in a room with him on his own, he just says weird, whispers weird stuff in your ear.
He's up there. I think he's number one.
Like you'd be there, I don't know, making a cup of tea, and he'll just come and whisper something random in your ear, like I don't know, like what will he say? Just something out of nowhere, make it up, like that doesn't make no sense, and that's it, really.
There is a very special relationship between Cal and Brownie. They were, of course, our guests on the last month. Is that something that do you want to be part of their gang? Is that?
Yeah, it's an interesting gang. They're a bit odd.
Very interesting.
Yeah, they sort of. I find them really funny. To be honest.
The conversations they have, like you just said, the
really
conversations
funny,
no one else will understand.
Yeah.
What about
everyone
when he
loves
shouts?
them, but just leave them to. I think Taylor Moore, tries to get. I don't know if they're a bit of a tripod there or what, but there's a bit of jealousy. I don't know who's best friend there. Be a good question to ask though. If we get to ask them, who they like more out of the three.
And Scotty, you were saying Pato's weird. Why is Pato weird?
You know what? I go in and then he actually makes me smile when I come in the morning when I see him. He's usually hanging about the bins, but it's fine. As I said, I walk in, as soon as I see his face, it makes me smile. So he's a weird one, but a good weird one.
Who is Scotty's worst nightmare, Pato?
Tarty.
A toothbrush.
A toothbrush. Ooh.
But do you know why that is? Because he keeps borrowing mine all the time.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Yeah.
But
now, who is your worst nightmare?
Well, it used to be Flinty.
Right.
But you know what? Everyone's all right now, to be fair.
We've got a good group, haven't we?
Yeah, it's a good bunch of lads, to be fair.
Flinty's still funny.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
He used to just banner him more than anything.
So once you give Flinty a pair of new socks every game, he was happy.
Right.
But no, the lads
Still
are...
got
You
his
definitely
socks now. They
collect
come up
socks.
to about here.
Do you collect socks?
No, yeah, I keep them in my garage.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
'cause they do go
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah, well, no, this is our 12 to 14. You only wear like 2 to
Yeah,
5.
but they
Very good.
Wow.
Wow. 1-0 Scotty.
The fight's brewing. The fight is brewing. Don't forget, you can ask questions. Get them in now. Please pop them in the comments box below or use the hashtag #RobinsNest on Twitter. We're going to ask those on the way very shortly indeed. In fact, maybe we can go to some of those questions now. Let's see if we can go to the first question. It should appear magically on the screen. Here we go. From Bilbo. In what order of milk, tea bag and water do Pato and Bailey make their tea? Pato first.
This is a no-brainer.
I don't really drink tea too often, to be honest.
No?
But if I was going to do it, it'd be tea bag first,
Yeah.
hot water,
Yeah.
milk,
Then milk.
stir it up, take the tea bag out.
Off you go.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
So only
Teabag
waiting,
thing.
that's
We're all on
fairly...
board.
Water.
Yeah, if anyone
Yeah.
makes it any
Fair
other
enough.
way, then I think they should be locked
We're a
up.
bit weird. Okay.
Yes, they are.
Hopefully that answers your question, Bilbo. Let's go to another question straight away. Let's get that on. And this is from Sean Reed. Jamie, what has been your best goal for City? Hear the cogs going round.
I've got two in mind, really.
Okay.
The one away at Sheffield was a good one, as it was on the TV, and it was.
Does that make a difference when it's on
first
the
and
telly?
second? Well, it felt like a bigger game.
Yeah.
So it was, it was a good game to do. To score a good goal in.
And when you know it's on telly, would you prepare a celebration for that? Is that something you plan for?
I think some people do.
Name them.
But I wouldn't really.
Who would do that?
Probably Josh.
What was the question? So I was zoning out there.
Welcome back, Bailey.
Sorry,
Bailey Wright's with
like
us.
making a celebration for like TV sort of thing.
If it was a TV game, who would people like prep up celebrations?
Yeah, the same too, like we said, Josh or Flinty, you know, when he was here, he used to love it. Josh, always a bit of a celebration lineup, isn't he?
So which goal did you sign on?
Is it the Sheffield or the Reading one at home?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean, hopefully that answers your question. Right, on we go. Next question. Let's take a look and see what we've got. This is from Kieran Long. What's been your favourite memory so far this season? Let's start with you, Bailey.
Favourite memory this season? For myself, being a bit selfish, probably coming back fit and playing against Stoke. I felt the result and overall performance, you know, we grounded out and got a result. But from a selfish point of view, it was nice to get back out there and get that winning feeling again.
Mm-hmm. And Scotty, favourite moment of the season for you?
It was actually when the fixtures got released, seeing that we were playing at home at Boxing Day.
Oh, of course.
So that's all.
Yeah.
As long as we're playing at home Boxing Day, I'm
So
happy.
sharp.
So it means you get to see the family and everything. So there you go. That's my best moment so far this season.
Pato, highlight of the season so far?
Probably the comeback at Ipswich.
Yeah, Ipswich was one.
Was a feels like it was a good win and a good comeback. So probably that, yeah.
Okay,
That
cool. Let's
sparked
go.
us on that result.
Yeah.
That sort of gave us a kick in.
It was a good feeling in
right
the change
direction,
room,
good
yeah.
buzz, good journey back. It's a long way to go.
Yeah.
So that was probably a big point of our season so far.
Yeah, it's a turning point, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely felt the energy there. Okay, let's go to another question then. Let's have a look and see who this is from. It's from James Wilson. Bailey, who is the best player you've played against this season?
I've not played many games, so I ain't got many choices. We've got some good lads day in, day out in training that just twist you up. But I don't know, I have to have a bit more of a think of that one and think back, because it's not always the person or the name that stands out that's always the trickiest.
Mm-hmm. Have a think. Maybe we'll come back to it. Let's fire some more questions through. Let's go to the next one. This is from Sol Butler. Downsy, do you sleep in a hat? And what are you hiding under there? There is a guy that is obsessed with me on the forums and on Twitter. I don't name him.
Can we see
don't
it?
give him. Don't give him the.
Is that who we think that is?
Yes.
Who is it, Scotty?
Don't give him the plaudits.
Tell me.
What's under there? I'm not afraid to show you that at 42, I am a bald man and I wear hats to keep my head warm. And that is it and all about it. Next question, please. Question from Tom Haig. What are your thoughts on Nicky Van Bar's globber? Bato.
There you go. The silence says it all.
That's it. Just that. Get that. Get that face. Get that face. There it is. That is a very fresh trim, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Look
about
at
An hour ago.
Where did you go?
Yeah, guy called Mania, Exposure in town.
There you go.
So he's a good guy.
He's getting good exposure from that, man.
I went for
Don't laugh at him.
I went for a beard trim with our friends at the Conservatory on North Street. Thank you very much for this fresh trim. I know quite a few of the lads go there as well.
I use him sometimes.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a beard.
I need a trim.
Beard going on.
I
You
went
need a trim?
on a minimal barbering tomorrow. Yeah. Give them a shout.
Right. Next question. Let's go.
Really trying to get it in.
This is from Katie and Fugel. Does Bailey Wright dye his hair?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I've caught him.
No, I mean, my wingbacks are bombing on a bit, I'm not going to lie, but I've got a good, thick, dark-coloured head of hair, so I'll take it. But there's a few greys peeping through, so maybe soon.
Would you, if it goes?
I'll just shave it off. I'll go for your look. If I had your beard, I'd 100% shave it all off. I ain't quite got that beard yet. Nah, it's not picking up. This side's a bit patchy.
Yeah, a little patchy on the side.
This side's all right, good side.
I've got beard approval from Bailey Wright. I'm very happy with that. Right, next question. Let's go. Let's have a look. See who's next. And this is from Andy Foxton. Do you have any pre-match superstitions? Pato, start with you.
Not so much anymore. I think when I was a tad younger, I used to be, if we'd won, I'd drive the same way to the game and stuff like that. Just silly little things. But now it's more just a little bit of structure. I was maybe eating at the right times and sleeping at the right times, and that's about it really. There's not really. Although I didn't want to change my boots for the game against Swansea because we'd been unbeaten in the same boots. But I did it and we won, so I can now wear them boots.
That's
now.
broken.
So that's broken. That's the only one I had.
Yeah. Bales?
Yeah, no, everyone has their own superstitions. I wouldn't say they're superstitions, but definitely have routine, like what I like to eat night before a game, when you eat, when's the best time to eat. Other than that, there's nothing that I'm too superstitious about. Pretty, I'd say relaxed. I think most of the boys are pretty relaxed. There's been people over the years that do crazy things like socks inside out or whatever it is, or certain little routines. Yeah, but no, I wouldn't say I've got any.
No lucky pants.
No. Oh, I got me bonds. Yeah, Scotty puts my bonds out
He's
for
got a
me.
special pair of
special bands.
Aussie ones to get sent over. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You get them sent over from home?
Yeah, well,
You've got Aussie pants?
I've got Aussie, yeah. Oh,
You've never told me about that.
Me bonds, yeah.
We were neighbours and you never told me about Aussie pants.
Yeah, mate, every day.
Why did you never come round mine in your Aussie pants?
I'll get a pair for you.
They're decent.
Out of order.
Yeah, they're good.
These guys could chat all day. Let's go for another question, shall we? Let's have a look. This is from Claire Garrity with the longest question in the world. Huge thanks for signing my son Jack's programme. If there was one footballer's autograph you could get, who would it be and why? And can Bailey say a quick hello to Sister Charlotte? Right, do the hello to Sister Charlotte first.
Hello, Charlotte. Hope you're doing well.
G'day, mate.
So, autograph, any footballer's autograph, who would you get?
David Beckham.
Beckham?
He's the man.
Of course. Pato?
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. Scotty?
Well, I'd say Pele, but I've already got his. So
how did you get Pele's autograph?
Well, our school was voted the best North of Scotland team. The prize was to train at Aberdeen's pitch with Pele.
Really?
Yeah, I've got pictures to prove it.
You've trained with Pele?
What, up down Western Supermare Beach?
No, Aberdeen. Listen, I'll bring pictures.
Is Aberdeen a place in Western?
I'm from Aberdeen.
Oh, okay.
So, I've got pictures. So, because I've already got his...
Where are the photos?
I'll show you. I'll bring him in tomorrow.
All right.
Well, we've got a day off, so don't do
Yes,
that. Right,
so
I'll bring him on Friday. I'll bring a picture of me and Pele.
You won't?
I'm honestly.
I bet you don't.
I bet I do.
I bet you don't.
I'll show you now.
Argument starting again.
I'll go for Messi.
Messi. Next question, please. Let's have a look. It is from Michael Pritchard. Do Jamie or Bailey follow social media to see what the fans are saying? Club captain Bailey Wright.
I have in the past, and I am on social media, so of course there's things you read, but I tend to try to stay clear of it because sometimes it can be brilliant, sometimes it can be things you don't like to hear, but that's part and parcel of it. But yeah, I tend to avoid it really.
Pato, do you ever go on the forums and have a look and see what people are saying?
Not on the forums as such. I think maybe family members probably have a look and tell you about stuff. But you just have to ignore whether it's negative and take a positive with a pinch of salt as well. But you don't really go on social media to look for anything said in particular. It's never nice if you read something negative, but that's just the world of football, and it happens at every club.
For sure.
I'm glad I wasn't about when I was playing, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough sometimes.
I used to go on Bebo when I was younger.
Bebo? Yes,
Bebo.
Yeah, Bebo on MSN.
What was that social media you were looking at earlier on? It was just girls' faces.
Grindr.
What social media?
It wasn't Grindr.
That looked like fun.
Lobs.
Jeez! God! Oh, but, yeah.
Let's go for another question. This is from Trevor Coombs. Scotty, I'm sure you remember how many goals you scored in the 2002-03 season, 18. But how many assists were you credited with?
Right, before we start, 18. That must have been league goals.
Right.
Because I actually got 26.
It was 26.
So, Trev, come on,
right.
mate. How many assists?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So assists, well,
That's a good goal.
I'm hoping Trev knows, because probably I'd say about 10, 15, maybe.
I hope you're right, Trev. I hope that satisfied your curiosity. If you want to do more questions, comment there, hashtag Robin's Nest. We are beginning to run out of time. We'll get through as many as we can. Right, let's go to the next question, please. This is from Luke Tottle. Thank you very much, Luke. Did you enjoy the Super Bowl, Pato?
Yeah. It was a good game, wasn't it?
Are you a Pats fan?
No. Rams fan.
Right, okay. So it was...
He's a big fan of the Rams.
Rams.
But can I just say, what was the score?
It was a bad Super Bowl.
I went to Wembley once.
Better balls are passed at home.
And there was one touchdown.
Apparently Maroon 5 had one, didn't they? Halftime show, they were terrible.
He's had a Reggie Blinker.
Yeah, I haven't had a good experience with the NFL.
No.
I've been one game and I don't think there was one touchdown. And the music didn't work during the break, so I just didn't enjoy it.
Well, the one I seen was Janet Jackson, so...
Oh, really? You saw more than you were bargained for?
Very enjoyable, that one.
When was that? That's a good...
Oh, yeah, it was a few years ago now. I'm sure my age now.
To the next
Shocking
question.
watch that one.
This is from David Plummer. I don't know if that's his name or his occupation. If you were stranded on a desert island, which member of the current squad would you not like to have with you? Bales.
Not like to have with
Not
you.
like to. Yeah.
There we go.
Pressure's on now.
Does it have to be a player?
I know I would want with me because I'd be able to do or make anything out of anything.
Tarty.
Tarty.
I'll take
I would
him
have
anyway.
Tarty with me all day long.
Yeah.
You'd do your head in, but you'd save you 100%.
What is Tarty's official job? Can you explain who Tarty is?
Basically, Scott is the kit man.
Yeah.
And Tarty does all the kit man work.
Right.
And Scotty just messes around.
Right.
That's sort of what happens.
I keep everyone.
You're on that social
I keep
media
everyone
thing.
on their toes, do I?
And his real name's Phil, isn't it? Is his real name Phil?
Stefan.
He does a lot. He does a lot.
And it's
Bit of
Stefan.
everything.
His name's Stephen.
Keeps a lot of things happening for everyone. So you know,
Okay.
But he's got
he's
everything.
a good guy.
He's a
good man
legend.
to know.
Lucky to have
Top man.
someone like him.
He is a
around.
legend.
Yeah.
He'll come around your house, do anything for nothing. He's just a great
If you
guy.
need any removals
invite him
doing,
to my house.
any plumbing, Tarty's coming around your house. Right, last question. Here we go. Let's have a look. This is from Daniel Healy. What do you enjoy most about living in Bristol? Compared to Melbourne, it's a bit chilly. How do you
Do
cope
you know
with
what though?
it?
It actually reminds me a lot of Melbourne. Obviously the weather's a bit colder, but Melbourne gets some cold weather as well. But just with a little harbour side and on the water, it's quite a cool, trendy city with all up and coming things happening. It's quite quirky. So for me, I love Bristol, and I guess I love the similarities that it has of what Melbourne has. So it's like a home away from home.
When you go home, do they say that your accent's getting slightly more Bristolian?
Yeah, if there's Aussie watching this now, they'll say I sound English, 100%. I do not sound Aussie at all, but I think I've still got a little bit in there, but I've lost it a lot.
Pato, what about you? What is your favourite part of living in Bristol?
I just love the vibe of Bristol. There's loads to do. There's a coffee shop on every corner. It's a really nice vibe about the place, isn't it? There's
cool
lots
place,
of different
yeah.
cultures, different ages, just different. You can you just feel it's just a really nice city to live in, I believe. And
Nice vibe.
yeah, definitely different to Coventry, isn't it?
Definitely different to Coventry,
Yeah,
for sure.
No, I do, but jokes aside, I do really enjoy it. It's really nice. It's
Good
one of the
city
best
life.
cities. Yeah.
It helps if
Good
you like where you live,
countryside.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It always helps. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you very much. Hopefully that answered your question. Scotty, 11 assists.
I was 11.
11 apparently.
I was close. I said between 10 and 15.
Yeah,
I
it's
said
like
16,
on the money.
That's a good goal, man.
I said between 10 and 15 assists. I said 26 goals. I thought you'd probably get mixed.
Was that correct? 26 goals?
Oh yeah. No. But it should have been 27. I got one taken off me.
Ooh. Poor old Scotty, eh? Now then, we are back on the road, of course, this Saturday. The last away trip we overcame Nottingham Forest, your former club, Pato. How was that? That's a feeling?
Yeah, that was obviously it's always weird playing at your former club, and obviously they're a good side as well, and it was a very difficult, tricky game for us as it was Martin O'Neill's first game. But yeah, I feel like it was a really good result, and it tested our character really with our crowd behind their back from the start, because they can get really loud if it's a big occasion like so. Yeah, it was a tough game, and it was a good 3 points in the end.
It was.
Sorry, he keeps tickling my foot, and it's really
He's tickling his foot
can't take it serious.
It was a cracking game, and in front of a near sold-out away end, and there were some scenes at full time. Let's take a look. Absolute scenes. And somebody giving their shirt away again.
I'm very disappointed. I knew Casey Palmer would give his away, but I just noticed the wee man over here giving his away as well, so I'm going to charge him for that.
If you didn't watch the last podcast, players giving their shirts away is a massive ball ache for you, isn't it?
Like you wouldn't believe. Sometimes, usually on a Friday or a Thursday, if you're at home, I'll come in on a Friday evening.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to print 10 shirts. Brilliant, great fun. Really enjoy it.
As well, because you get an XL top to replace it with, and you put it on. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Cheers, Scotty.
So next time Pat does that, he will be getting an XL shirt. It's fine.
Did you know who you gave it to, or was it just someone random?
It was Ollie from the Children's Hospice.
Okay. Well, I've got his
little
number,
boy.
so that's fine.
So Frankie pulled me in because I didn't actually see him, and then he pointed, and then I could tell his little boy's apparently a big fan of me. I don't know how.
To all these little boys, his birthday tomorrow, so we'll say happy birthday to him for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Enjoy the shot, enjoy the shot, yeah. Brilliant.
Very good. Well, Blackburn Rovers Ewood Park is the destination this weekend. Over 720 tickets already been sold for that, with tickets remaining on general sale as well. So a little bit of bouncing around the ground. What is it like when the gaffer does that kind of thing? It's good fun to see him enjoy a win.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, half the time we don't even notice it. Everyone's doing their own little celebrations, but it's nice. You get a support like that and a big win away. And I think he gets a buzz off it just as much as the fans do. So it's good to see.
Good to see. All right. Well, tickets are also on sale for City Women's home Super League game with Brighton and Hove Albion on Sunday, the 10th of February at 3 o'clock on the Sunday at the Stoke Gifford Stadium. And spaces still available on the Community Trust February half-term football camps. You guys have both done stuff there. Are they good fun, Pato?
Yeah, a good laugh, haven't they?
Yeah, they are.
Sorry, I was actually full on daydreaming down there when you said. I promise.
I'll take over that one. Yeah, they are. They're brilliant. The way it's run the whole day. It's a credit to the club and everyone involved to get that set up. I hate you, Scotty. It is a credit that the club's got that set up because there's so many kids that go down there and have a great time. And for us as players, you enjoy going down. So when you enjoy going down and giving back to kids and families that support us every week. It's only the least we could do, but we get a buzz out of it as much as the kids do.
I remember doing it when I was a kid, at Coventry, junior Sky Blue, and used to do it, and used to be looking forward to it for a long time beforehand. So that is good, and you can tell the little kids' faces are really buzzing in that as well. So
it's great.
But they all ask you if you're playing Fortnite, don't they?
Yeah, they just ask you where.
Forget Fortnite. Play football.
Yeah, they ask you where other players are as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Where's Matty Taylor? I don't know.
Best one I ever heard. why can't you be Flint? And I was just like, cheers, mate. No worries, yeah. Cheers, pal.
It's harmless, isn't it?
Well, if you want to take part in those camps, then all the details, as ever, on our website at bcfc.co.uk. Well, that's just about it for now. How have you found the Robin's Nest? Have you enjoyed nesting down with us tonight?
Yeah, it's been a good laugh. It would have been a lot more professional if Scotty wasn't here. But no, it's been a good laugh, and that's what it's all about. And it's been it's a good setup.
There's been a lot of foot touching. I can tell you there's been things going on in this dressing room that I couldn't describe.
That's because you put him next to me. See, I told you it'd be bad news.
It's a bad idea.
Put the skip there. Put the skip there, then none of this happens. Honestly. But, see, Nelly even he agrees. The skip agrees, look.
Oh dear. It's good job. All I'm going to say is it's a good job there's no smell-o-vision on Facebook.
New polo,
don't forget to like and share and comment. Tell us what you liked, tell us what you didn't like, and retweet and share as much as you can so we can get the Robin's Nest out amongst the Bristol City fans. But from all of us here in the dressing room for episode number 2, a small round of applause and a good night. Thank you very much, everybody. See you next month.